Ladies and gentlemen, gather around because today we're going to talk about something they never saw coming, something so profoundly chilling that even the most twisted of minds would be taken aback. You see, they thought disrespect was their weapon, their tool to wield power, their way to chip away at who you were. They thought they could get away with it, thought it was their birthright to treat you like an afterthought, to mock the way you gave and gave. But then, without a single word, you turned your back, left them to their own devices, and now they sit in the suffocating void of your silence. A silence they thought would never come. They underestimated the quiet power of someone who walks away. They never dreamed that a simple absence could haunt them more than any words ever could. It's funny, isn't it? How they expected anger, shouting, maybe even desperate attempts to hold on. But what they got instead was your silence, a cold and final silence that seeps into their life, into every hollow moment, reminding them that they lost something they'll never get back. Now, they're haunted not by the words you said, but by the words you didn't, by the empty spaces where your laughter, your voice, and your presence once were. You see, they thought they were clever, thought they'd figured you out. They pushed you, they prodded, expecting a reaction, a burst of emotion to fuel their ego, but what they got was something they weren't prepared for: indifference. You took their power away by simply walking away, by showing them that they weren't worth your time, your words, or your attention. And now, that silence, it's deafening. It's a mirror reflecting their own emptiness, a reminder that they lost the very thing that added meaning to their world. Now, every day they live with the ghost of what they did, haunted by the realization that their own actions were the very thing that drove you away. They wanted to make you feel small, wanted to feed their own insecurities by breaking you down. But now they're left to grapple with the fact that in their quest for control, they only managed to lose the one person who saw them, who cared, who might have even loved them in spite of their flaws. They thought disrespect was a game they could win, but now they're trapped in a prison of their own making. They never anticipated that they'd come to miss you. Oh, they thought they were immune to attachment, to sentimentality. But in the quiet moments, when they're left alone with their thoughts, they feel the weight of your absence like a cold hand around their heart. They thought they'd feel powerful by discarding you, by dismissing your worth. But now, all they feel is the emptiness, the void left behind by your departure. And that void, it's a haunting reminder of the value they threw away. Every person they meet, every connection they try to form, falls flat. Because they're searching for something they'll never find, something they once had and let slip away. They try to fill the space you left, try to distract themselves from the silence, but it's no use. Nothing measures up to what they lost. No voice, no laughter, no presence can replace the echo of who you were in their life. And they know, deep down, that this silence will follow them, haunting them wherever they go. They thought disrespecting you would break you, would diminish your worth. But what they didn't realize is that it only revealed theirs, or rather the lack of it. They showed their hand, laid bare the smallness of their own spirit, the depth of their own insecurities. And now, they're left with the bitter taste of regret, a realization that the power they thought they held was nothing more than an illusion. In trying to make you feel small, they only managed to shrink themselves. Now they're left wandering through life, haunted by what could have been. Every time they look back, they're met with the same realization: they underestimated the one person who saw them for who they were, flaws and all, and chose to care anyway. They see now that they took that for granted, that they mocked the very thing they should have cherished. And now they're haunted by the memory of a love they threw away, of a kindness they dismissed, of a person they can never get back. They wanted power, they wanted control, but in trying to exert it over you, they lost the only thing that made them feel alive. They thought they could break you, diminish you, erase you, but instead they've erased themselves. They're left with a hollow shell, a life that feels empty and meaningless without the person they pushed away. And that silence, it's a constant reminder of the life they could have had, the happiness they sacrificed for the sake of their own pride. In every relationship they enter now, they carry this ghost with them. They see your face in every interaction, hear your voice in every quiet moment, feel your absence in every shallow connection. They realize now that they were never looking for control, they were looking for meaning, for connection, for something real. But in their blindness, they destroyed the very thing they were searching for. And now, they're left to wander, lost in a world that feels cold and empty without you. They thought they were invincible, untouchable, but your silence has become their reckoning, a reminder that actions have consequences, that you can't simply throw people away and expect to walk away unscathed. They wanted to play with fire, but now they're the ones left burned, haunted by the ashes of what they destroyed. They see now that in trying to break you, they only succeeded in breaking themselves. So let them live with this silence. Let them feel the weight of it pressing down on them, a constant reminder of the person they'll never have back. Let them feel the regret, the loneliness, the emptiness that comes from pushing away someone who truly cared. Because you're free. You walked away with your dignity intact, with your heart unscathed, leaving them to grapple with the consequences of their own actions. Every laugh they try to fake, every shallow connection they attempt, every empty conversation they engage in is a reminder of what they threw away. They wanted to see you broken, wanted to see you beg, wanted to see you beg, wanted to watch you crumble. But instead they're left with nothing but the hollow sound of their own regrets, the echo of a life that feels small and insignificant without you in it. And they'll keep searching, keep trying to fill the void, keep reaching for something to numb the pain, but nothing will ever compare to what they lost. They can try to bury it, to forget, but your silence will always be there, a haunting reminder of the respect they failed to show, the kindness they failed to appreciate, the love they failed to nurture. So here they are, left with nothing but their own thoughts, their own regrets, their own emptiness. They may pretend, may try to move on, but they'll never escape the truth. They'll never escape the silence you left behind, a silence that speaks volumes, that echoes with the sound of everything they lost, everything they'll never have again. They wanted you to be small, to feel insignificant. But now, in your absence, they're the ones who feel small, who feel like they're disappearing into the emptiness of their own making. They're left to wander, haunted by the ghost of what they lost, by the silence that reminds them every single day of the respect they never showed, the love they never deserved, the person they'll never have back. And now, every attempt they make to fill the void is just another reminder of what they can't undo. They can't run from this silence, can't hide from the memory of someone who was willing to see them, to care for them, despite all the damage they carried. Every relationship that follows, every shallow connection, every meaningless laugh only adds to the realization that they had something rare, something true, and threw it away without a second thought. Your silence is their sentence, a reminder that some actions leave marks that can't be erased, and some people once lost are lost forever. They've likely tried to shift the blame, to tell themselves that you were the one in the wrong, that you were the one who failed to understand them. But deep down, they know the truth, know that it was their disrespect, their disregard that drove you away. And in their heart, they feel the sting of that reality, feel the echo of the loss, louder and more deafening than any argument or plea ever could be. They know that no matter how much time passes, that silence will always speak louder than any words. As they go about their days, that silence lingers like a shadow, weaving into every empty space, filling every quiet moment with the reminder of what they squandered. They can try to distract themselves, to find solace in the company of others, but they'll always feel the absence, the ghost of what they destroyed in their arrogance, their inability to respect the one person who truly